Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Avenger comic book review. It is 10:04. We usually do a 10:05. We're doing it in a minute earlier. My hair is a mess. I'm sorry. I should have fixed that before show, but oh well. What can you do? It's a messy show, and what is normal after all? Scotty, what is up? I don't need a hat. When my hair gets super long, I'm going to need a hat, unless I go for another haircut. Or maybe I'll just let it grow out, and all of you will get used to seeing my hair get bigger and bigger. I don't know. But we are here. Miss Hustle is here in the comments, as per the very, very beginning of the show with Scotty.
I'm just trying to get.
Michael's getting the books on the tablet. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. I have to adjust our computer screen. One day we'll have dual screens and we won't have to worry about this. But until then, there we go. Better?
Well, yeah. I'm just telling them I'm getting the book.
So, Miss Hustle, Scotty, hopefully you both are having a wonderful night. This is the Dark Avenger comic book review series episode pre-show. We like to do a pre-show 10-15 minutes before we actually get into the books. This was a very short week for me. It was a very short week for me, and kind of surprised about that. By the way, did you put on that coat?
You didn't give it to me.
It's in the folder. I just remembered that. You can stick the USB in over here. Give it to me. I'll fix it.
We can't do it right now.
Yeah, I can. Give it to me.
Can't you just read it from there or share it?
Oh, yeah, I can screen share it. That's a good idea, Michael. Okay, hold on. Sorry, Michael forgot one of the books. I forgot to mention it to you. And you know who actually it's written? And it's actually well, we'll talk more about it. I talked about the first issue. I missed the second issue. But I'll copy and make a PDF of it. There we go. Put it like that. It's a pre-show, everybody. You gotta know the pre-shows will be like that. Okay, I made a PDF of the cover.
Well, there are gonna be two books that I'll be missing in the review, but we'll get to
that. Michael, we started ordering. We get along this also. This is how we do. But we switched our DCBS orders from, instead of being weekly to bi-weekly. So now, whereas Mike would have a physical book, he doesn't. But speaking of, I actually did get an email today that this week, for last week and this week's books, it's being shipped. So 2 weeks worth of books will be here tomorrow.
All right.
So not tomorrow. I mean, by the weekend.
By the weekend,
yeah. So, by the way, also Justice League number 7, I got the Superman variant. I'm sure you guys can see it on the wall over there. It's right next to the symbiote Spider-Man. I'm very happy that I got my hands on the Superman one. I wanted to make sure I did. That was from Midtown. And as you all know, I got the Batman one for Justice League issue number 1 by Jim Lee. I'm not getting all the Jim Lee variants, but I wanted to make sure I had Superman and Batman, and I have Superman and Batman. There actually was a really cool Wonder Woman cover that came out this week. I'm going to wait for the Nazis to take over.
We should put the news that we found out today that Henry Cavill left.
Henry Cavill. Now, here's the thing about Henry Cavill. This is a good pre-show subject. I don't think he left Superman. I think that there was a conflict in interest with Shazam, and everybody thought he said he was quitting as Superman. And the thing is, as Warner Brothers said, and everybody's like, well, it was convoluted, this and that. Warner Brothers admitted they're not focusing on. Thank you. I agree, Scotty. Right? I love Jim Lee's art. That's one of his first Superman books right there, and it's signed by Jim Lee. I think that they wanted him for Shazam. He said no, and everybody blew it out.
Did they say that he was going to make a cameo appearance in
Shazam? Right. Yeah. He couldn't do it, and he's playing The Witcher, which is really cool. And what's going on is everybody's up in arms worrying because WB said, there was no next Superman movie in the works, and there shouldn't be. There's a Flash movie that still has to happen. There's Aquaman and Shazam, both coming out, one after the other, vice versa, Shazam and then Aquaman. And you got another Wonder Woman movie coming, and everybody who's saying for the third time now that Ben Affleck has stepped down as Batman, understand he stepped down as Batman not once, not twice, but now for the third time. And in a week, he'll be like, no, I'll play Batman again. He's done this on 3 separate occasions.
Not to mention, he did back down as a Daredevil.
And what's up? It's Frank.
Like, he did do Daredevil, right?
He did do Daredevil.
Yeah, so he backed down that.
But Ben Affleck has stepped up and down, off and on the Batman mantle for 3 times now. This is the 3rd time he said, I'm not going to do Batman anymore. No offense, but I feel like at this point, keep Wonder Woman, keep Aquaman. If Henry Cavill truly is done as Superman, you don't need another origin. Get another Superman. I would say Flash was good. Fix the costume. Fix the costume and somehow call him Wally because he acted more like Wally than Barry anyway. My opinion. I could be. I mean, you could agree to disagree with
Are you talking
Flash.
about from the Justice League movie?
Right. But I don't think Henry Cavill stepped down as Superman. I think as the cameo went, he stepped down, and then his lawyer might have said something, whereas that he's not planning on it. But he did say the cape is still in the closet for a reason, because probably Cavill cannot be Superman now. Shazam reminds me of Big. I like Shazam, though. I like the trailer we got for it. I have this itch right. Oh, here it is. So, I think Henry Cavill will be back. Ben Affleck, I could care less about. Truly and honestly, he steps up and down from that title more than Britney Spears puts on and takes off her hair. But anyway, beside the point, Ben Affleck will either be Batman or we'll find somebody else. Either way, I don't care about Ben Affleck. Henry Cavill, I feel like, played a good Superman. He did. He was just put in a really shitty role for 2 movies. I mean, I did not, for those of you that don't know, I did not like Man of Steel. I did not like Batman v Superman. And I think that his role got better in Justice League, but Justice League was another one that wasn't.
Speaking of that, I actually was interested to see the Batman v Superman when he fought Doomsday. What was with Doomsday and what was with...
There was a lot wrong with that movie.
Why?
So I think Henry Cavill portrayed a good Superman. I just think he was put in a bad script for both Superman movies. Or Batman v Superman and then Superman. I think it could have gone a lot better. But he played a good role. And that's the important thing, is he played a good role as Superman. So hopefully he'll be back. If not, no offense, but the train wreck that is the DC Entertainment Universe right now, maybe it's time for a reboot. Do you like Superman Returns? I felt like Superman Returns was a fan film that made it to movies somehow. It literally took everything from Superman 1 and 2, copy and pasted it to the Brendan Routh Superman, and he has a son. Superman Returns was, in my eyes, a fan fiction that somehow became a movie.
But there was an uncut version when he was traveling through...
There was, and I hated the suit. If there was one... No. The tiny, itty-bitty ass, and how they said... I hated that suit so much. You have no idea how much I hated that suit.
Deanna Reeves said, he reminds me, because he did
not. Face. His face did. His personality did. But the problem was the suit was terrible, and I love how the person who made the suit defended herself by saying, "Oh, red, yellow, and blue clash."
What?
Really? It clashes. Red, yellow, and blue clashes. Shut up. That's all I have to say about that. He did. I heard he did rock it, definitely. What's up, Tevia? So, I would just say relax and wait and see what happens. As far as the entertainment universe for DC, now, whereas I give Marvel a lot of crap for their comics, Marvel has an amazing cinematic universe. And apparently a very good gaming universe, because Sony put out an amazing Spider-Man game. But beside that, DC is polar opposite. DC puts out great comics. I really love the DC universe right now as far as the comics, but the movieverse, man. Except Jason Momoa. I like Jason Momoa. I like where they're going with Shazam. Wonder Woman was pretty good. But the Superman stuff and the Batman stuff, I mean, if they step down, what's up, Jesse? I see you waving. Hi, Jesse. But the Superman, Batman stuff, Henry might have stepped down because he saw what was coming. Just saying. As far as Ben Affleck, like I said, he comes and goes with the wind. He'll be on and then off and then back. He'll be back on again. You'll see. If Henry Cavill comes out and makes a statement saying, "Oh, I'll be Superman again," when they tell me they're ready to make another movie, you know that Ben Affleck will be like, "Oh yeah, I'll be there. I'll definitely be there." No offense, but there should not be a Supergirl movie in the works when there's a Supergirl TV series, because the argument for Superman was they weren't going to do a Superman movie for a long time because there was a Smallville TV series.
What they did with Superman
I love Jason Momoa. I do too.
What they did with Superman Return.
That was a fanfic film, though, and they did it with Superman Returns because they asked Tom Welling to do it midway through Smallville. I believe it was like season 5. and he turned them down and said he was never going to be Superman.
4, I think.
No, it was 5.
It was 5.
And he said he was never going to be Superman. So basically, because he basically said he's never going to put the suit on, they said, okay, well, then we're going to just pull the trigger and let a Superman movie come out. And that's what happened. And as a matter of fact, if you look on the DVD set for season 10, it has Tom Welling, and then in his shadow is a shadow version of the Brendan Routh Superman from Superman Returns.
Yeah, everyone figured that out.
I love Supergirl. Oh, I thought you said Superman. The Supergirl movie, it was okay. It was okay. I mean, it was campy. It was weird. It was okay. I have the DVD.
They had a Christopher Reeve's picture cameo.
That doesn't save a movie to have a picture cameo. Does not. What's up, Shamar?
I'm just Shamar.
But as far as Jason Momoa being eye candy, now I mean he's a good looking man. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't think I'm gonna watch the movie just to gawk at his gorgeous pecs. I'm gonna watch it because he kicks ass. I can see myself with Jason Momoa chilling, having a good time, but I don't see myself asking Jason Momoa on a date. But I will say his wife actually is the girl that played in the Cosby Show. The middle daughter, was it? Forget, was Sandra? No, Sandra was the oldest.
Denise.
It was Denise.
Denise! I can never forget that line.
It was a product of its time. Yeah, that's true. Supergirl was a product of its time. Very true. Tevia, it was good or bad depending on if you liked the super. It depends on your taste. What's up, Stay Puff? Stop stepping on my churches. How you doing, man? Oh, he's making me want to like Aquaman. I think it's a good it's a good thing. I think Aquaman looks interesting. Again, I like Shazam a bit more. I never was a huge fan of Aquaman. Bobby, what's up, my friend? So anyway, that's just my Henry Cavill talk. I think everybody's blowing up right now about it, and the truth of the matter is, I think he'll be back. He'll definitely, I think if they offer him the right money or the right script, he'll be back. I think Dave Bautista has more of a chance of stepping off of his Drax role than we'll see Henry Cavill step down if he's given the right script. You think Earth 23 Superman is going to be real, or David? I have no clue, Bobby. I have no clue. But I do know that if Michael B. Jordan, which there was a statement from WB that they were in talks with Michael B. Jordan, then we're going to have a problem with the Superman movies. No offense. But if they're going to make Michael B. Jordan be Superman, you might as well call it something else, number one. Number two, let us not forget Fantastic Fail.
Wait, Fantastic what?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. That never happened.
But I will say he played a very good role in Black Panther. So, I mean, he redeemed himself.
For Wakanda. I'm sorry. I love saying that, for Wakanda.
Who played Denise Huxtable. There you go, Denise. Thank you. Thank you, Frank. First thing I do when I come, I'm more excited about Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, through the internet thing. Yeah, I would really want to see that movie.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? He is. So, I mean, he's part of that. And the new Aladdin movie. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's an Aladdin movie coming.
What?
Live action movie.
Now wait, I heard the Lion King was live action.
Everything. They're making everything live action, little bits at a time. I have the Winnie the Pooh one, Christopher Robin. I still have to watch.
Actually, Kevin saw. He said it was really good.
I know it was because it's Winnie the Pooh. That's my childhood. You can't not make a good Winnie the Pooh. Don't you dare.
I thought it was gonna be a little, but if Kevin says it's good, I mean he goes to movies, and when he says something's good, then it is good.
Oh yeah. Mike, do you do the Wakanda arm symbol?
For Wakanda. And for freedom.
And that's where Michael B. Jordan should stay. And stay the hell away from the Superman role. That's for sure. That's for sure.
What's wrong with the one currently that plays Black Panther?
No, I said away from the Superman role. Nothing's wrong with the Black Panther.
I thought you were...
There is absolutely nothing wrong with the Black Panther movie. Was excellent.
I love that movie. Okay. I saw bits and pieces of it.
I watched Winnie the Pooh a lot. So did I. So did I, Stay Puft. A lot.
Spider-Man game. Oh, yes. For what was it called now? The gaming. Dark Avenger Gaming. I do my first part of Spider-Man, but since I have a really hectic week at
it's
work,
a French Aladdin, but it's going to have it in English too. Okay.
But since I had a hectic week at work, I might do one on Friday. Part 2.
I can't understand French,
I might.
but I'm guessing Miss Hustle, you're from Canada, so I'm guessing you have. Are you fluent? I'm gonna guess that you are. I'm not gonna assume. I'm gonna guess that you are.
Oh, she's
unless
Canadian.
you tell me different.
Awesome.
Well, she mentioned that yesterday.
Yeah, well, shout outs to Canada.
Of course, we have a lot of friends in Canada, like JD, the media
Yeah,
Jack.
and then everywhere else too. Besides Canada, there's
Prince George, the Drive.
And all
Anyway, Spider-Man game is so much fun. Oh, of course it is. It's a lot of fun. I love it.
Yeah, Spider-Man. Now, see, Spider-Man 2 was a good game too for the PlayStation 2, but this one's like really awesome with the web action stuff. Just don't run into Wilson Fisk. That's all I have to say. You could just wait till I get my ass basically handed to me.
Like 70% in Spider-Man right now. Oh, stay pumped, man. I'll tell you. Once I get into it, I'm gonna percent that thing until it's like 100.
Gets through the game like very.
You know, I will say this though. I didn't realize this also. Tomb Raider is coming out Friday. I didn't know only the deluxe edition comes today. I thought that pre-ordering the game in general meant I get it today. I found out that I bought the other edition.
You can look up Bill Ladden.
There you go.
All right, I'll look at it.
I looked it up and found out that the Amazon edition comes out Friday. No, you're not. What? Toronto?
Oh, that he's.
Oh, he's from Toronto. Scotty.
Oh. Make Mike watch the Nun movie.
The Nun movie.
Oh, that scary movie. Because I did the Nun on Brooklyn Boys. That's why, probably.
I just learned something today. Scotty's from Canada. He might have said that somewhere else. I know Miss Hustle is, but I did not know Scotty was.
Still, Canada.
Hell yeah. If I had to move out of country, I'd go to Canada.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd go to Italy.
Of course you'd go to Italy.
And then I go to Japan for Nintendo stuff.
Of course
that big store in Japan.
I would go to Canada.
I would go there and
beautiful.
It's
beautiful in Canada. Beautiful in Canada.
That'd be like my third.
When I was younger, I was going to move to Australia. Then I saw what they have in Australia as far as animals and insects and whatnot. I can live with Canada. First of all, if whatever stupid thing that made me move out of America finishes, I could always move back down.
That is true. Stay Puft's
from Brooklyn.
Oh, well, that's why he's a Stay Puft,
Brooklyn through and through, man. It's in your blood forever. I'm guessing you're not in Brooklyn anymore, Stay Puft. Or maybe you are still in Brooklyn. Again, I'm making assumptions I shouldn't.
Let's switch for a week.
But if you're still in Brooklyn, it's always in the blood. And if you're not in Brooklyn, it's always in the blood.
Like switch places.
Oh, right there. Winthorpe Street.
Oh.
It's not called in New York yet. No, it's not called in New York yet.
I know what that is. That's like all the way cute. That's like a cute train, I think. Winthrop.
I believe so.
Or is it
no, it's not a cute
train to the 2.
Might be the 2.
I heard
it might
Winthrop.
Be the 2.
Yeah, I heard Winthrop somewhere.
We're near the Q train. We're down in the Bay Area.
All right.
I think I remember. I think Stay Puft mentioned. I think I saw that on his Instagram that he's from. I got to get more involved in Instagram. I see a lot of people are getting involved in Instagram. If you guys would like to see me involve myself more on Instagram, let me know. I want the weird donuts they have in the. Oh yeah, Miss Hustle, you come down to Brooklyn. There's a lot of weird donuts that.
And you gotta try that.
No, he moved. He's in Florida, but New York is still my blood for life.
Oh, he's in Orlando, Florida. He gets to go to Disney. I want to go to Disney. Bring me to Disney. It seems
that a lot of our friends from New York have moved to Florida. Joe moved to Florida, or where Pennsylvania. A few people.
And there was the other one. Well, not Virginia much.
No, I don't know anybody in Virginia.
Texas.
A few people moved to Texas. Nobody. Notice we all love New York.
Hold on.
But we love it from a distance because we're moving at some point too.
What's the best suit? Spider-Man, Spider-Punk. Definitely the Spider-Punk.
If I go to New York, I go taste the pizza. Oh yeah. Listen, the TMNT movie does not lie. You have New York pizza. It is above and beyond amazing.
And you got to go to Nintendo New York. The only Nintendo store in New York is the best one you could go to. And the FAO Schwartz that's coming in November. That's another place I'm going to go and possibly do a vlog. FAO Schwartz, you know the tour. What? I can't.
How do you know Miss Hustle likes Nintendo?
Well, People like Nintendo. Some of them like Sony or Microsoft. I mean, how can you not like Nintendo? It's Mario. It's Sonic.
Maybe she's not into it.
It's Sonic. It's Smash.
Why
Brothers.
is it the best? The pizza or the Nintendo world? The pizza, I have no clue. It's just the way it's made.
Ah, she loves Nintendo. Hey, there you go. Let's go.
I love how you assume everyone loves Nintendo.
Because
one day somebody's going to surprise you.
Nintendo.
One day someone's going to surprise you and say no.
Let me tell you something. You ask me a console, any console of what year came out, I will tell you and how it was too. Because the only one was Virtual
I want to
Boy.
go there and find Mike's graffiti on the. Hey Jesse, you ever come? You ever come to New York? You let us know on the weekend because he works during the week, and we'll take you to right where Mike did it.
Yep, I have it on the vlog where I did.
Who doesn't like Nintendo Miss Hustle? A lot of very weird people. Some of them are Nazis.
Yeah, I actually mentioned it when I went for that demo back in Nintendo New York on my Durock 18 channel. The vlog, I actually showed it on there. That's still there, and it's still there. If you see Durock 18 on the second mailbox that's looking outward,
I expect to be shown the best pizza place when I come up for New York. Oh yeah, man. In Manhattan, I don't know where that would be. In Brooklyn, I have a spot, a place that we go. Mm-hmm. Well, two places. There's L&B, which their pizza's out of this world, and then there's a regular Circle Pizza, which would be Del Mar in the Bay. Those are our two favorite spots.
Yep.
But in Manhattan, you have to give me some time.
There's a lot of stuff you can go see in Manhattan. Let me tell you, Times Square.
New York is great.
Best Mario game, Super Mario Bros. Super Mario Bros. 3. I like Super Mario World, but Super Mario Bros. 3 is the first place game ever. I played it when I was 4 years old.
No, it's just our childhood, basically. So yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first game that I played when I was 4 years
Justin!
old. Super Mario Bros. 3. I like World 2. That's second best, but Super Mario Bros. 3 is always number one. Definitely.
Oh, that's interesting about Michael B. Jordan. What's up, Justin? How are you, my friend? I haven't met Mike Spicer here in Orlando yet. I missed him at MegaCon. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you will, Stay Up. I'm very sure you will.
1, 3, and World. Yeah.
I liked...
Because 2 was
One was okay. One played a good part of the childhood, too. I like... What do they consider the Mario one where the turtles came out of the pipes? Remember? And it was just one of those repetitive, it just keeps going until you die. Not the actual game, the one where you play as Mario and Luigi and you have the POW block and then the turtles and then...
Oh, that was in Super Mario Bros. 3 with the battle mode.
Oh, that's a battle mode?
Yeah, it's like a 2-player battle mode. Yeah, that was introduced in Super Mario Bros. 3.
Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely 3.
But yeah, I liked 3. I liked World.
I could name
Galaxy 1 and 2. I really liked.
There was Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, World, Super Mario 64, and then there was Super Mario Sunshine, and
that was good.
Then there was Super Mario Galaxy, and that was the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, which was the DS version also.
That's why I didn't like it. It was the DS version.
DS, I think. There was 2 of them. And there's Mario Galaxy 2, and Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, I did a whole walkthrough.
Michael knows the timeline of Nintendo, game systems, and Mario. Continue.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to be Mario New York Comic Con this year.
Continue.
Yeah, and so there was Galaxy 2, and after that, there was the Odyssey one. I mean, if you're counting Mario Karts and Mario Parties and all the other stuff with Mario's and there was Luigi Mansion that came, I think, during
the GameCube.
After Sunshine.
Miss Hustle, I gotta admit, I agree with you. The GameCube felt like a different system because when it comes to GameCube, the first games that come to mind are Eternal Darkness, which I love that.
Melee.
Resident Evil 4, Smash Brothers Melee, which that was Nintendo. But I gotta say, Eternal Darkness, for anyone who's never played a horror game or who likes horror games, Eternal Darkness deserves to get a remake in the current day graphics. That game was freaking amazing. Yeah. I loved Eternal Darkness. Thing was,
even though Nintendo 64 had their best era of switching for the Nintendo, like changing like the whole revolution, the GameCube one changed the way graphic-wise was, because graphic-wise was really
the 64 amazing. Was fun, but for Donkey Kong definitely.
Oh,
Rogue Squadron 1 and 2, that was another thing. Those two were
that was your passion.
I loved Rogue Squadron.
Hey,
1, 2, and 3.
If they get the mini version of the Nintendo 64, because they did the mini NES.
I don't know if they'll do. I don't know if they'll do it. Disney owns.
I just remembered. Well, everybody's going to be in Smash Bros. Ultimate, so you never know. You never know.
But anyway, that was on Nintendo. By the way, for those of you that didn't know, we do have Nintendo. I mean, like, I know that the Shield is covering the Mario, but we even have the Mario timeline from Club Nintendo.
And we have the Mario figures up there, too. The Mario amiibos, and, well, other amiibos, too.
Are you guys going to get Spyro? Absolutely. It's been pre-ordered.
Yes.
I don't have to show it on Instagram. I just shared the Funko that we got for Spyro.
Which is coming out in November because they delayed it.
They did delay it.
But it's going to look better. Trust me. If they're going to say it's going to look better and probably outbeat Crash, you never know.
Oh, we'll stream it. We'll be streaming it.
I'll be streaming it. You kidding? I don't know the game inside out like I did with Crash.
Resident Evil 4 was a changing point in the Resident Evil franchise. It was one of my favorites. Resident Evil 2 will always be my #1 favorite. But Resident Evil 4 was a lot of fun. I can't wait for the remake of Resident Evil 2 that's coming in January.
Oh yeah. When did they got the pop?
The pop came out Tuesday.
What pop?
I believe. Almus Mortis. I'm not going to go with the rest, but welcome to the show. We are doing a pre-show, which is now 10:30.
Let's switch rooms too, like Nintendo Switch, but
we actually might be switching rooms. Real quick before we end the pre-show. Starting next week, we might be doing the live shows from the kitchen for two reasons. Now, I mentioned while we might not be on Frontline Live or I won't be on Zone 4 for the next 2 weeks because I'm going to have Tommy up here. He's going to be sleeping in this room. But not only are we moving into the kitchen for those 2 weeks, but we are thinking of making that become the new regular spot. The thing is, we have to figure out how to work comments and stuff while we're doing the live show.
That's going to be
unless
hard.
we have it zoomed in. I mean, we don't have to do the background anymore. We'll just put the sheet up and just have the camera.
Yeah, because that was a little bit too much work.
It was a lot of work.
Back,
right, so we'll just put the sheet up.
I mean, when we get to the next 100th, like 500, then yeah, we got to make.
But we're gonna figure out a way to do this through the kitchen, regardless. For the next 2 weeks, we will. But after that, we'll see the stage.
Also, we should have a game live show one night. Just talk about games and everything.
That's called Dark Avenger Live, which might be coming back soon. If the reviews stay on Wednesday, again, I asked all of you, and I didn't get much of a response on Discord. If you all would like to see the return of Dark Avenger Live, I forget what number it is, on Mondays or Wednesdays, depending on when we do our reviews, let me know, and we will see if we can make it happen. It might only be for an hour because we have a lot of live shows we do.
I just meant just talking game. Game.
It's called Hit Points, and I've done that already. So no, it will be Dark Avenger Live. If you'd like to see a live sit down, talk about anything show like what we're doing right now for the pre-show, which we'll be doing it for another half hour, would you like the return of? Yes, bring it back. We might have to bring some guests on every now and. I mean, not all the time. I don't want people to start jumping down because I know Tevye already started typing. Stop typing, Tevye. I might invite specific people on every once in a great while as well, but for the most part, it would be just Mike and I talking. And the problem we had last time was we didn't have the commenters to keep the conversation going. So if you guys are up for it, it really depends 90% on all of you and only 10% on us, because we can do content for a while, but the comments are what keep the conversation like tonight going.
Yes, Miss Hustle, I agree. A show that talks games will be fun.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what we did last time, didn't we? We were talking about games, we talked about comics, we talked about stuff.
I mean, it could be a future Do the Rock 18 thing where we just talk about games.
I don't think so.
For Do the Rock 18, why not?
Mike and Hike.
Should have
Mike
and Hike.
Mike and Hike.
Oh, Mike and Ike. Prepare yourself, because Ike. Gradito! Fire Emblem.
Guys, a video game show would be rough, especially because if you don't game as much as me and you only do Nintendo, there's PlayStation and Xbox.
Well, I know PlayStation and Xbox.
Did you forget we had to cancel a few games because we don't have...
No. I'm talking about the past. The past I know too.
We're not James Nintendo. Or James, or the Angry Nintendo, the gaming nerd.
I know games, and I don't know, like, way back, and all these other gizmo stuff that they add ons to everything, you know, just some of them.
Okay, let's simmer down, JonTron.
I'm not JonTron.
Damn right
why?
You're not.
Why would you do that? Why?
A lot of damage. But you see, the thing is, now, if you'd like to hear us talk games, as a matter of fact, though, when we were doing Spider-Man, we were talking a lot about games.
Yes, we were.
Follow the Twitch channel, Dark Avenger Gaming. If you want just gaming talk, when I'm gaming, we have the chat on not this tablet. We have another tablet specifically where we talk to chat. And there's that. Dark Avenger Live, if it does come back, I don't want to disappoint anyone. Yes. I mean, I think we did talk a lot about games. So it's not like I'm saying we're not talking about games. We will talk about games, but it will be a little bit of everything.
That's why I wore the glasses too.
Right.
Look a little nerdy.
And the only problem is, and I would go back to letting Mike do Mario Maker every once in a while. The only problem was wait.
No.
Hey, wait.
We're not doing Mario Maker.
We don't have AdSense anymore.
Yeah. Did you forget that I got canceled one time or so? Oh, come on, no Mario Maker. That gets annoying after a while. Even you said it was annoying.
Frank, you could talk game based on... There aren't that many yet. I would love to see a Mario-based comic. I think we did talk about that before. In another half hour, guys, if we don't get this comic review started, this is a Dark Avenger Live. Bring it back. Bring it back. I'm trying to start a crowd chant. If I do bring it back, I'm just letting everyone know. I don't want you all to think I'm bringing Dark Avenger Live back and it's going to be just games. It will be everything, but as we are a gaming family, as you can see from the Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, PS4, Wii U, and also that's the VR for the PlayStation 4.
And I almost forgot to tell you, when Ultimate comes out, remember that live show we did for that other one? We got to do for Ultimate. We have got to do for Ultimate where I unlock every single character. Oh, yeah. We have got to.
I know. Firestone said you can see the pain in your face.
It's that TK rule.
We might do one Mario Maker stream, but not right now, and it would be on Brooklyn Boys. It would not be on Dark Avenger. So if it was going to be a post-Dark Avenger Live show, we would probably end Dark Avenger Live and then say go over to Brooklyn Boys.
Superman 64. No.
I'll tell you what. There's a donate button. It's Frank. If you donate, how much to play Superman 64?
I don't want to be greedy.
No. Go ahead. Be fair. How much would it cost for you to play Superman 64? $500. If you put $500 down, Mike will play Superman 64.
Whoa. I didn't agree. You're the Superman dude over here.
Mike and I both will tag in and out for an hour. We'll play Superman 64 no matter what. No matter if we're playing the same thing over and over and over again.
You're flying through toilet bowl rings.
It doesn't matter.
What is the point of the game?
Michael, for $500, I will play Superman.
But what is this?
I will play Superman 64 for an hour.
All right, let's just get in that comment before I start.
Exactly, Tevia. No one would pay it, so I don't have to play it.
All right. Anyway, let's just.
And no offense, Tevia, you don't give anything anyway. So what are you worried about?
Let's get to the.
I know, but anyway. So now that I know what a lot of you would like, we'll see if Dark Avenger Live will come back. As always, if you are not part of the Discord, Miss Hustle, I do not believe you're part of the Frontline Discord. I don't even know if you have Discord, but Miss Hustle, if you do have Discord. And Stay Puft, if you have Discord, if both of you have it, or if you don't have it, if you want to get it, Comic Frontline's Discord, we have a subject for everything. Movies, TV, games, everything. Definitely join the Frontline community, because that's where a lot of... I don't even tweet as much as I go on Discord and leave news. Yeah, as Justin said, definitely get on Discord. Discord is the new group version of Skype. I used to have, don't have anymore because I didn't understand it. Miss Hustle, if you get on Discord again and you join the Frontline Discord, myself, Justin, and Jesse, and everyone on there, we will help you figure it out. It's super easy. Maybe it was difficult when I first joined Discord. It was hard. They changed it. They've updated it. They literally update it every other day. Try it again now, Miss Hustle. And join Frontline first. And I promise you, you'll learn easily how to work everything on there. And whatever you can, you don't figure out, one of us in chat, myself, Michael, or someone on Frontline will definitely explain it out for you step by step. It will not be an issue. We literally want everyone to be on the same playing field and comfortable on Discord. So we will sit there and explain everything out to you. We're recruiting some new good comic. Exactly. We're a non-toxic comic community, and we want to make sure to bring all the non-toxic people in. Stay Puft, you're one. Miss Hustle, you're another, and I'm trying to get everyone I know that's non-toxic to join. So please, Miss Hustle, reconsider Discord, and Stay Puft. I don't know, you disappeared, man. He didn't say he had to leave, I hope.
No,
but if you're there, Stay Puft, hopefully you will rejoin as well. It's better on both. I'm not going to lie.
I have both.
I have it on both. My phone has...
Actually, I have it on phone, actually. Oh, that's mine.
This is not yours.
This is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, look.
Where's my phone?
See? That's mine.
Oh, my phone's up there. Well, show her on your phone. I have it on computer. As a matter of fact, I'll screen share real quick.
Why show it then? You're going to screen share.
I'm going to screen share, but get yours up. What I do, I'm going to show you what my computer is like most of the time. What I do is, this is my computer, right? So I have the tab up with the picture. I have my notepad, which is going to go for the description. But I always have Discord up. These are my other servers that I'm on. Ignore those. And I'm always... It's literally always just a tab click away.
Why are they saying that about
and
a robot? I'm not a robot.
Oh, Canada version of the DC Universe. Something's over there. Look at that. That's something new right there. There's top 5. There's general. I'm always on. And as a matter of fact, an update's ready, but I'm not going to do that now because if I do that, it's going to slow down my computer. But I will once I'm done. It's easy on both, but I always have the tab open on my laptop. So either way, I like it in both places. The phone, it's a little bit more... You got to move things around and click. I'm already pressuring as Stay Puft to do. Yeah, keep pressuring him. Keep pressuring him. Okay, I want him to do videos too because I've seen what he has on Instagram. Keep pressuring him. Keep it up, Miss Hustle.
I think I changed now. Oh, boy, I changed my email. I'll go check that out.
All right, Mike's going to check it out later. He can't get it on his phone right now. But Miss Hustle, please re-download Discord. And Stay Puft, if you're somewhere in the comments and you're just being quiet, I hope you consider joining our Discord as well. We are a very welcoming community with a lot of amazing people. Everyone in the comments is part of the Frontline Discord. So you definitely will have friends there for sure. Okay, but it is at 10:41. Before I rename the show and have to restart another live show, let's get to the comics. I'm actually going to have to mention in the description an asterisk to go 41 minutes in. But anyway, let's talk comic books because this is the Dark Avenger comic book review show. Okay, Jesse, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry you left. I feel bad you didn't get to see any of the comics, but Tim Horton, yeah, right? So this week, Michael, what do we have?
Well, the unexpected book that you added, there are 13 books. And those 13 books were released on September 5th, 2018, the first week of September. The books that will not be in this review are going to be 2 books, which are Green Arrow number 44.
Which Mike will get his physical book this week.
It was a really great book, and I'll probably put it in next week's review.
Well, no, you can put it in this week's. We just won't have a picture of it.
And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends,
which will also be here. You know what? Let's talk about those 2. Let's talk about Urban Legend. You start off with that, and then I'll go into my book. So start off with Urban Legend.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legend issue number 5. So we have the Turtles, we have Donatello, who's learning to be a cyborg. Did you do a review on it on Frontline? Well, I tried to. You interrupted me with a rat from a bat. Thank you.
No. I mean, did you do a solo review of it?
No, I never did.
Okay, I'm just asking. Go ahead.
So Donatello is learning to be a cyborg, whereas the Turtles are trying to find Splinter because they think that he's found out they was kidnapped and everything. So with that, they have to try to rescue him because he's in a laboratory that has mutation that's going on because there's a lot of mutations that are turning into...
Miss Hustle has joined the Discord. Oh, I'm so happy.
With that.
Okay, keep going. I'm sorry.
And we saw that Master Splinter turned into a bat. And that was a whole bat thing on, Frontline Live last night. So there was that. And the Turtles found out Donatello was alive by being a cyborg. And also that, I can't remember that ninja woman's name again.
Karai.
Why do I always keep saying that? Karai joined them also with their forces for that.
Marty, first of all, welcome in. And thank you so much for that. Always a great show. No idea why this channel hasn't blown up with subs. I try to stay honest, and I'm always positive about my books unless I'm dropping it, which we'll get into that with Cap.
Well, yeah, so that's
I did put that in the list, right?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Did I put the other one on the list?
No, but really should double check these things.
Starts with a B. Yes, I did. You have that, right?
Yes, I have everything now.
I'm sorry. Now I'm freaking out. I don't remember what I put where. I'm having a senior citizen moment, and I'm not even a senior yet. Thank you so much, Marty. Oh, it's okay, Miss Hustle. You could switch it up. 100K in 2019, man. It's a good prayer. I hope. That's a good goal. That's a goal and a hope. First of all, I would like to get my AdSense back from YouTube, but I'm not fighting to get it back. I'm just going to do what I do best, and if I get it back, I get it back.
I'll tell you one thing. For my Durak 18 channel, I would love to get that YouTube the play button.
I would like that too.
Those three,
I think that's a goal for everybody.
I would love to have that on 11 years.
Okay, Tabby, I'm deleting that just for the simple fact of I don't need the pressure. So anyway, speaking of the comics, as someone rudely interrupts, I will actually do a screen share again because I'm going to show a comic that we don't have the picture for. Unnatural, issue number 3. I got to read issue number 2 today, everybody. So I'm very, very happy that I can actually talk about both. So issue 2, the main character whose name leaves my mind right now.
I didn't put that in the...
She gets... I know you didn't. I'm just giving a foreshadow for 3. She has to go on this date. It's the writer, and this book is actually being translated. It came out in Italy first.
Really?
It's an Italian comic. When I heard that, I said that explains why, for some reason, I like this book. And it's a politically charged book. One of 2 from this week that actually I'm surprised because, as you all know, I'm not a politically charged person whatsoever. But I love it because she's being forced. In this society, you are basically set up with who you are supposed to marry. And it's all same species marrying. You know, pigs with pigs, wolves with wolves, rats with rats, etc., etc. No mixing, no natural selection. It's you are picked to be put together. And in the second issue, we find out that this girl, when she was a little girl, her mom was cheating on her dad because the guy that she loved wasn't a pig, and this book has nudity. I would like to mention that there's nudity. There's even a nude cover for issue 3, but
it's censored, of course.
No, it is uncensored. It's a very politically charged book, and really it goes down to, again, where in society today, everybody should marry within themselves. And I like how this book kind of is like a version of what we go through in reality in a way. But I like the story. And now in this issue, she goes out on the date. It doesn't go well. She's not happy, and things go wrong. And we find out that the friend that was going to do research in the last issue, she ends up dead. The girl ends up being knocked out and wakes up in her home, and it's like, you never went on your date. And she's like, but I did. Or was it a dream? Or what the hell? Basically, now you have no clue what's happened whatsoever as a reader. And now her friend is dead. To be continued. I love the artwork. I love the story that goes along with this. And even though it is a kind of little bit politically charged, I like it. And I got to show some love for Italy and Italian. And I'm glad that we're getting this book translated to us. I'm really, truly enjoying it. I'm enjoying this. And I looked up another book that'll be coming out, I think, in 2 months. And it's called Exorcisters. And it's an image book also. I might be interested in Exorcisters also. It looks very interesting.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
All right. Ghostbusters Crossing Over. Issue number 6. So this was like, as I said in the live, on my bottom pile, which isn't, I mean, not as saying the worst, just like in the bottom pile because I read 6 books this week. And, you know, it's just really just the Ghostbusters in different universes, and it's just like a whole, I feel like it's just getting mixed up a little bit. Like, we're going to black and white where we have Egon Winston and one of the girls from the Ghostbusters joining them, while we have, you know, the other Ghostbusters who are joining up together fighting against this demon woman in this cabin house who has Jillian hostage and everything.
I like the idea. See, what they did with Ghostbusters is what Marvel did with Spider-Man, with Spider-Geddon, and before that, Spider-Verse. They tried to do a Ghostbusters verse, and there are a lot of characters, and that's the problem.
And they helped the real Ghostbusters, Peter Venkman, come back to his normal self because he was possessed by a demon.
There will only ever be one true Ghostbusters team, and that is the one from the 80s.
Movies. Of course. Can't beat those. You know. And then now looks like that Egon being knocked out, it looks like that they're going to find out what's going to happen to him in some way. And that's to be continued in the next issue. Next issue. Let's get to the next issue. WWE NXT Takeover, issue number 1. And I could just the blueprint, yes. And I could sum it up in a whole one sentence.
Kevin Smith is working on a new Ghostbusters movie.
Oh,
good.
Okay.
Let's hope that Kevin Smith has a very. I'm interested in Kevin Smith's vision.
What I like about this book,
and I'm praying also that it's not the same one that we had a couple of years ago.
Yeah. And what I could say about why I admire this book, I mean, the art's a little bit different, but it talks about the American dream. May he rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. He's just a one. Okay, I'll stop now. So yeah, so it talks about what? So it talks about.
Don't ever do that again.
Well, he just said,
don't ever do that again.
All right. Well, anyway, he talks with Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins because they have a little bit of a fight in the backstage and everything. And it's just Dusty Rhodes just putting them in their place and just saying that you know how he got all the other NXT wrestlers that were very small to actually very big wrestlers now, and talks with the Wyatt family along with. You know, the divas like Paige, and it was just a really amazing book. This whole thing was just really amazing, and
the artwork is a little bit, but I mean, it was pretty good.
And you even have Jinder Mahal. It looked like Rusev at first.
Is he clapping?
Like yeah, he's like saying, "Yeah, now time to get to work." It was like it'll go like this, like time to get to work, like that. But I have to say though, I really like this book.
I'm sad that Dustin died. That's a it's a sad
really,
remembering.
There were a lot of great wrestlers that died from last year and this year, especially. The Walking Dead issue number 183. We get a little bit of mother and daughter time, as Michonne and her daughter are, you know, more connected, as well as going with one of the army men that was trying to be in guard of them, so that way the walkers don't attack them.
I'm just trying to make the microphone a little bit more accessible for both of us.
Yeah.
Let us know if you can hear us a little bit better this way, because I keep forgetting that the microphone being on the floor is not a good thing, because it's a bit too low. So everybody, let us know how it sounds like this.
So they meet up with Cloris from that place, and where they are is like really just amazing. Like no walkers or anything, like protected, but there were cops or the guards that actually attacked person, and they said, "Oh, the person had to hit first," and then like saying to Michonne, "Since you're a lawyer, you need to be on the defense side of the guards, not the human, for the right." And then that's where everyone started hating Michonne. That's where the riots happened, and then let's just say that the person that was in charge of the whole
okay, awesome. Thank you, Frank.
Came back and does not like what she sees, and that is not good because the expression on
that's
Rick's
face, a lot of damage.
That sure is a lot of damage and a lot to clean up. So they're gonna have to get themselves back together for that. Grimm Tales of Terror, my favorite comic book that I like to read because of the stories. Volume 4, issue number 6. All I have to say is be careful what happens with your cell phone in Grimm Fairy Tale wise. Grimm Tales of Terror wise. Don't mean real wise. But anyway, so it's about this guy who goes out with all these girls for like a one night thing. And he's married, by the way. And he has this friend of his that does like all these photoshops about him, you know, being a lady and stuff like that. His wife, and then it goes back in junior year where he told this girl to kill herself because she's like saying that, because she kept saying to do it, and then he's like saying just do it. The wife finds out a little bit about this cheating thing, and then he goes to his friend like saying just say that, you know, you did the Photoshop, and then it turns out to be a fight, you know, where he thinks he's just playing with him and everything. And yeah, so the wife tells him to go away, And the girl who he told to kill herself actually comes back from the dead and actually says, here's how I did it. And that's what the thing about the story is. It has a twist at the end. It always has a twist. And I like that girl that's in the story. You're in awe, aren't you? Oh, and look at this. The next one talks about arcades and stuff like that. Will we see arcades the same? I don't know. We're going to have to find out in the next issue.
Well, that's how some people are, Tevye, unfortunately. Good thing is, in this book, the jerk got what he deserved.
He did. He sure did. And I'm glad.
So I didn't read that much Marvel this week.
Yeah, that's it for me.
As a matter of fact, no, it isn't. You have Green Arrow.
Yeah, but it's not in here.
That's okay. We'll put it in there. Captain America, issue number 3. I got halfway through the book. I'm done. 3rd volume or 4th. I got to the 3rd issue or earlier or maybe 1 issue later and was done. I don't know. I guess it's Captain America. Cap's one of those characters, I guess, that just doesn't stick with me. So I'm done. And unfortunately, that is the only Marvel book in this week. I do read Ben Reilly, Spider-Man, casually. It ain't going so well either, and I don't think you all want to hear a review on it. So to prevent that, we're going to move on to DC Vertigo. And this was a book I was debating if I wanted to review or didn't want to review it. I'm gonna meet myself in between, and I'm going to talk about it instead. And that is Border Town issue number 1. I read this book, and I didn't think of it being politically charged, where you could say, Chris, the title, the cover kind of tells you it's going to be politically charged. But I read it, and I was very surprised that I liked it, and I want to read more about the characters. This boy ends up moving to a white supremacist town in Texas, and he meets up with this other kid. I mean, he looks white because he's only half Mexican. And this other guy who's a skinhead makes friends with him at first because he thinks he's white. And then he's talking with these girls, and somehow he comes out with saying, I'm also half Mexican. And of course, this pisses the other guy off. A big fight breaks out. And he's like, do you know why I ended up moving here? I didn't move here just because my mom wanted to date her boyfriend. I was expelled out of my other school because I kicked another kid's teeth in. I'm a ringer. And he beats the hell out of this kid, and he pulls out a gun, and then on the cover you saw a picture of Chupacabra. For some reason, he's targeting this other boy. I have a feeling we're going to find out more about him later on. Then we also find out another supporting character. I'm guessing the girl that's on one of the girls on the cover is an illegal immigrant. And because she saved him from the Chupacabra by shooting him with the other kid's gun who ran off when the Chupacabra attacked, now they all have to kind of run and get out of there. And it's interesting. Oh, what's up, bro? Welcome in. So as much as I'm not really politically charged in any shape or form, and usually books like that don't interest me, looking over that, there's another deeper story here. The main character, the Chupacabra, and everything else going on that you can kind of look over. I don't know. For some reason, I really like the issue, and I'm ready for issue 2 already. So I'm just looking over the politically charged stuff. That's 2 politically charged books that, for some reason, caught my eye. So I'm definitely going to be reading Border Town and Unnatural. Support Italy's, and definitely it's a fun book too. If it wasn't a good book, I wouldn't be reading it. But it just so happened I found out as I'm reading issue 3. I've already reviewed issue 1. It comes from Italy. So this would have been my number 1 pick of the week, which would have knocked Justice League down. We'll talk about Justice League though. The last DC Vertigo book, The Dreaming, issue number 1. Where do I start? I love the one-shot, as you all know. I actually got the Jim Lee cover for the Sandman Universe one-shot that introduced all these minis. Now, Border Town is not connected to this. This is the Sandman Universe. You saw that from the border. I really loved this issue. It took up right where the one-shot left off. I liked Unnatural. Unnatural is a very interesting book. I really liked it. I really recommend it. If you haven't read it, I would say definitely try it. Miss Hustle, you definitely should check out Border Town, but The Dreaming. I like Neil Gaiman's writing when it comes to the Sandman universe. One day I hope to own the full Sandman collection. I do have it in my Amazon wish list. I think it's $120 for the 10 or 11 trades, or I could wait and get the ultimate editions of each, and they're a little bit more. Anyway, so Sandman is gone. He's abandoned his post. And the Dreaming is slowly falling apart. And this girl, Eve, for some reason, has some of the Sandman's powers. And while she can easily go in and take, she's hungry. So instead of going and just asking for food, she's like, no, I'm going to sneak into people's dreams and I'm going to steal it myself. And she's also kind of cursed for some reason. So what happens is she ends up stealing these specific things from these people's dreams and brings them into, I forgot what verse it was, but into a demon verse. And she trades them in with this guy who she's having sex with for this specific food that's made with flesh because her mutation or whatever's wrong with her, she craves it. And what happens is she says, you're welcome to come over to our side of the verse whenever you want. And the demon, she drops a piece, and she goes through the portal already. And she's like, you can't come through because you weren't welcome. And then without even thinking, oh crap, I gave him an open invite. So he gets in. And now all hell is broken loose. Sandman, nowhere to be found at all. And then all of a sudden, Sandman returns. Now he has his librarian who's watching over everything that's going on in the Dreaming for him. And he's losing his mind a bit too. I love it. The Sandman comes back, scares the other guy off back to his world, to his universe, and talks with Eve for a bit. And then also there's these blank beings that have appeared in the Dreaming. And he's like, and we find out that they can over time learn and become more than blank slates. So I forget what that Pumpkinhead guy's name was, but he tells him, and he's going to be the main character in the next issue, he tells him, teach them, let them learn. And we find out Sandman didn't come back, that it's the librarian, Lucian, who's actually pretending to be Sandman, making the Dreaming at least think that Sandman's still around. I loved it. I loved this first issue. I can't wait to see more. The artwork was gorgeous. The story's good. I love Neil Gaiman's Sandman universe. I really, truly do. And I'm really excited to see House of Whispers, which comes out in 2 weeks. And I feel like there's one more book that didn't come out yet. One or two. No, there's two. The Book of Magic is another. And I think there's another one. Either way, I'm reading a lot of the number ones from Vertigo on purpose, whether they be from Neil Gaiman's world or not, because 2 books both surprised me. DC Vertigo is definitely a place you guys will definitely want to check out, maybe. Sandman is a very... Tevia, how do I explain Sandman? It's psychedelic. It's like, think Young Animals, but at the same time, it's not. It's Neil Gaiman. I would say look up the first trade for Sandman. Do you need the background? It would be nice, but not really. It's really interesting. It's psychedelic, but it's really cool. Now, I'm going to throw this in there because I read it, and it made me laugh. Stalker from the FBI cover, issue number 1 from Bendis' Jinx World. I said I wasn't going to read it, but it was a light week, a really light week. So I decided to read it. I thought the art was pretty good. It's a unique type of art. Don't like the FBI stalker chick stalking the comic artist. Didn't like it. Was kind of weird. And I felt uncomfortable. And I wasn't even the comic artist that this chick was chasing throughout the whole book in different places. Yeah, so I'm not reading it. I didn't read Murder Inc. versus US or anything like that. Maybe Scarlet. For some reason, Scarlet speaks to me. I might look at it, but Bendis is writing way too much. And we talked about this last night on Frontline. This is why Superman is only coming out twice a month, 1 Action and 1 Superman. And again, Bendis is writing like 6 books. This is hurting his focus for sure. Anyway, before we get into actual DC, let's get into digital first. Death of Superman, Chapter 1, Part 6. Part 1, Chapter 6, Jimmy Olsen was told by Perry, go to Clark, go to Lois, go to somebody, and let them deal with the story because you're a great photographer, but you're not a good reporter. So Jimmy, of course, takes this up and gets upset, and he decides to follow his lead on his own. He goes to the Aces of Clubs, Ace of Spade, right?
I'm just looking.
I believe it's the Ace of Spade.
Oh, some club.
Yeah, right there. Excuse me. I think it's the Ace of Clubs. Ace of Spade Club. For some reason, I can't remember Bibbo's. Why did that leave my mind for a moment? There we go. Oh. Ace of Clubs. Thank you. So the Ace of Clubs, he goes to the Ace of Clubs, and Bibbo shows him these two guys that have been kind of talking about weird stuff. Jimmy follows them and finds out that they're part of the inner gang, and they have all this weaponry from when Darkseid invaded somehow. And now he's in a precarious situation.
Just like Lois.
Oh, yes. To be continued.
Wait, I never saw Jimmy go out like Lois does. I thought he was just a photographer.
No, he is. Batman Damned, I got to say, I do want the Jim Lee variant for Batman Damned. I got to figure out how to get it.
Now,
I have the regular cover.
Did you want me to
Yes. Now, before we get into my DC books, let's get into your one.
Yeah, so the one I don't have with me, Green Arrow issue number 44, was a really great book. Talks about how Oliver Queen is just, known to be painted black or anything because he's like a wanted person because everyone's saying how bad he is and about how the killing of Wendy Poole happened. So he goes with Black Widow and then teams up with her on some missions and stuff like that. And the whole book just starts to go like really just all over the place. Like there's just so much that happened that I'm trying to remember. But the book was, the only thing I do remember though is that after they met a new character and everything, Superman comes in the end and says to him, like saying, Oliver Queen, we need to talk. That's something that intrigued me to see what's going to happen next issue. But it was all right.
I think I only have 2 books, right? This and the other one?
The other one,
3.
Batman.
Adventures of the Super Sons issue number 2. I loved it. So, long story short, we find out that the puppeteer is part of the Young Legion of Doom. And they end up catching John, who has a force field on. He loses his powers because of the gold kryptonite, but we find out that the kryptonite is synthetic, so it can be changed and fixed. So, anyway, they get captured and taken into space, and we find out that little Joker is actually pretty normal.
Little Joker?
Well, the little guy, yeah. The little guy. So we find out he's normal, and he's actually for Superboy and Robin. But he has to break them. He's trying to help break them out, and he turns on his team.
It's adorable.
Of course it is. And he gives Robin the kryptonite, and Robin starts messing with it to try to fix it. Long story short, with all the indisposition in between, we find out the backstory of the Injustice gang or the Legion of Gang, the Gang of Doom, or whatever the young kids are called. And we find their backstory out as well. But Robin's able to change the kryptonite to red, and it splits John into 2, Superboy Red and Superboy Blue. I died laughing, but I love the callback to Superman Red and Blue. I really, truly do. I think it was awesome. I can't wait for the next issue. I truly can't. Artwork's good. Story's great. If you haven't been reading The Adventures of Super Sons, you are missing out on a really good book. Another book I really liked up until the epilogue where I kind of went, really? And I talked about this a bit. Justice League issue number 7. The Justice League turns the tables on the Legion of Doom. You've got Aquaman, who had a megalodon that he called Jaws of Defeat. I love that. Jaws of Defeat. It was hilarious. I love that scene. So the Justice League is fighting back. You have Flash entering the Stillverse. You have John and Flash all working together to kind of save the world. And in the end, they get, I forgot what it's called, but they get the multiverse, which is what Lex was going for, but failed. The Legion of Doom failed because the Justice League, instead of fighting against the elements, accepted them. Somehow, the invisible spectrum gets put back in its place, and Sinestro loses his powers. And at the same time, Jon Stewart, surprise, surprise, his ring was never broken, turns back into a Green Lantern and kicks Sinestro's butt. And then, of course, the Legion of Doom all gets teleported away, including Lex Luthor. So they all get teleported away. The Justice League wins the day. Batman's still in a body cast, by the way, because of what Lex did to him. But the Justice League won. They now have the multiverse, basically, at their hands. And then enter a character we haven't seen till pre-New 52. We haven't seen him since 2011, and I mean late 2011. Starman shows up. And he's like, I'm from the past. So obviously he is referencing pre-Flashpoint. And he's like, 3 of you have to die in order for the future, or to know what the future holds. And then we have an epilogue where Lex goes to this person. He's like, you were right. I do need you. And of course, Scott Snyder being the writer of Justice League, and this is on the heels of Metal and No Justice, the Batman that laughs was shown, was brought back. Lex Luthor apparently has or found the Batman that laughs and has him as a prisoner, and is now going to be teaming up with him to go against the Justice League. So the Batman that laughs survived and is around the DC universe still. Oh boy. That was the only down point. I like the artwork. I like the story. I like Jon Stewart and Hawkgirl are kind of starting something maybe. And Hawkgirl's wings are evolving as well. Liking it. Last book this week goes to Batman issue 54. I loved this issue because it goes back and forth from past to present. And it's all about the relationship of Bruce and Dick. Dick when he first lost his parents, and Bruce always being there for Dick. And now in the present, where Bruce is kind of losing himself a bit because of the wedding that didn't happen, Dick being there for Bruce. And you get that it goes from the past to the present, and it goes so seamlessly. It just transitions seamlessly from one point in time to another. I loved it. This shows the relationship of Dick and Bruce perfectly. So many wonderful parts in this book. I would recommend, even if you're not reading Batman, Tom King truly has some solid writing with Batman. I will say, though, and everybody said it on Frontline, the artwork is the major minus in this book. The artwork could have been a bit better, and I think that's the only reason that it takes away from the book a bit, is that the artwork wasn't as good as the writing was for it. I love Batman 54, though. I definitely recommend, if you didn't check that issue out, I love the relationship between Robin or Nightwing and Batman. The first Robin and Batman are the true dynamic duo for all times. Regardless, Damian's Batman's son or not, Dick and Bruce have this chemistry from day one where they are the true team. And they know, and it's like a father-son thing kind of. And it is, because when Dick lost his parents, Bruce became like his father. And you see that in this book. And I love that Dick-Bruce combination. I really do. If they ever did want to make another Bat Family book, the Batman Nightwing, a Batman Nightwing book would be cool. Also, I will say I liked Batman's personality back when he was younger. I don't like this cold, like, I don't smile ever kind of personality or persona that they're putting on him right now. Right now, I understand it because of Selena, but that's his persona always. And I wish they'd just lighten him up a little bit. Batman, over the course of the New 52, post-New 52, even a little bit before the New 52, Batman's been a bit broody, bit dark. Batman could use just a tiny bit of lightening up, just a tiny bit. His personality doesn't have to be so dark. I understand he is the shadow to Superman's light, but it doesn't mean he has to embrace it 100%. I would like to see a nicer, a brighter Batman. I mean, we went back to the classic costume. Let's go the extra mile and bring back a little bit of the classic Batman before he went super dark. And that's all I ask. But this was a great book. And with that, that's it for this review, everybody. I see people popping in and out. I hope that the stream is going well. But anyway, we did a huge pre-show. We're not doing a post or anything like that because of the huge pre-show. As a matter of fact, in the description, I'm actually going to put a asterisk that the first 40 minutes of this show was a pre-show. So if you're watching this part, you are watching this post-live. So now it's your turn. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about the books that came out this week. Likes, dislikes, agree, Disagree, recommendations, we'd love to hear it in the comments. Tevia, Scotty, Miss Hustle, Stay Puff. We had Roll Pop in for one comment. Justin Jesse, Marty. Thank you for the kind words, Marty, by the way. Said Scotty. I said Justin Jesse. Firestorm. I know we had It's Frank.
I think you said that.
Did I say It's Frank? I'm not sure if I said It's Frank. We had Bobby pop in for a bit.
We had Shamar.
Shamar, who popped in at the very beginning. That's very true. And I want to make sure I catch everybody who's at this show. If we ever get to the point where there are so many people, this will be so much harder. Then I'll just thank everybody generally. But yes, thank you all so much for being here with us live tonight. Appreciate it. Share the show, share the channel, share Comic Frontline. If you're not part of the Frontline Discord, we hope you join it. By the way, tomorrow night, Thursday night, Comic Conversation on Jesse's channel. That's JLS Comics. Sunday morning, we will have Sunday Morning Comics with Justin. And then you come back on YouTube on Tuesday and you will have Frontline Live. We are going to figure out Dark Avenger Live. Stay tuned on the Discord. Maybe let's make it a discussion on the Comic Frontline Discord. Scotty, you're welcome to start it in the Dark Avenger Nation chat. If you'd like to start a trend or a tab, or start a conversation about bringing back Dark Avenger Live, or Jesse's the one that started the chanting for it. So Jesse or Scotty, if either of you would like to go on Dark Avenger Nation and start talking about Dark Avenger Live, yeah, definitely feel free to talk about that, and we will be discussing it on the Comic Frontline Discord. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you all so much for your comments, and thank you all so much for post-live views. And like I said, feel free to comment. As always, there's a donation tab on the channel. I mentioned it earlier, jokingly. You're welcome to donate to the channel, but there is not a recommendation, not a requirement. Not recommend. Requirement. We do at our pace. Any money that's donated to the channel just gets us to our goals a bit faster and moves us on to the next goal. People have asked about Patreon.
Oh,
Mel. Oh, man, Mel, I'm sorry you came in towards the... Oh, by the way, I actually do want to do one thing for Miss Hustle. Since Miss Hustle, I trust Miss Hustle. And I know Miss Hustle very well. So let's all congratulate Miss Hustle as she becomes the next mod for the comments. So Miss Hustle, congratulations. And whenever Stay Puff comes back in, once I see him a bit more, we're going to give Stay Puff a wrench as well. I love how Jay likes to make fun of me. Jay, I know you're watching this post live probably. Jay makes fun that I give a lot of people the wrench. But you know what? It's good to have a lot of moderators of people, especially when it's people you trust, because when the bad people pop in, you know that the moderators will be right on top of that, because you'll always have at least 2 or 3 mods in the comments. So, and I trust Miss Hustle. So it's okay, Mel. You can catch your post live, but thank you so much for popping in.
Yeah, we talked about games and Nintendo in the beginning. You're going to want to see about that, because she likes Nintendo too. See?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody likes Nintendo.
Everybody likes Nintendo. So anyway, though, now I forgot. I lost my train of thought.
You said...
Oh, donation button. Right. It's not a requirement. It just gets us there quicker, and we always thank people like Nerdivision, Scotty. We had a donation from Roll, which was Mike, Nicola, I can't say your last name, I'm sorry, and I will not butcher it either, who donated a sync for Dark Avenger Gaming, which we do enjoy and love it. At this point, we're not showing it, though, because I don't trust Nintendo at this point in America, because a lot of shit's going on. So, but there have been donations to the channel. We appreciate it. We actually did also get a donation from Frost. Okay, now I understand, Miss Hustle, but congratulations on the wrench. But yes, people I trust that I know will be on top of people in comments. I always want to make sure they get the wrench. So thank you all so much for being here. We will be back. We will be back next week. Depending on the Dark Avenger Live conversation we have on Discord, we will see if it'll be on Wednesday or if we catch up on time on Monday. Till then, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and we will see you all really soon. By the way, Media Madness. Never forget Media Madness. I almost forgot it. Never forget Media Madness. That's on Frontline as well. I forget what days because I think they always change it. But check that out as well. Take care, everybody, and we will see you guys soon in the next one.
Bye, everybody.